Okay, I'm here swinging through for Greenleaf. It was a boring premiere. It really was. We started off Oprah's and wow, she has. Is it St. Patrick's Day today? I think it's tomorrow. But sister is greened down. Her entire outfit is green, head to toe, like green, like. Whew. Anyway, Greenleaf. Oprah's in the bed and she's shook up. Her wig is shook up. Her bed is disheveled. She got the liquor next to the on the bedside table. Some fellow is in there playing the blues, and I don't know. I guess she got a new man and he's a blues player. He comes in and he taking pills and she's like, I don't mess with that. But she drinks some vodka at 6 a.m. on Sunday morning. It was a mess. We scoot over to, I don't recall exactly where I guess we went over to the house. The police were trying to get it together with Pastor Bishop Greenleaf about Granddaddy done said that he burned down the church for Bishop Greenleaf. So they trying to get Bishop Greenleaf on the murder of whoever this man was that was down in the church when the fire happened. So they are shook up about this because it looks like Bishop is going to jail. And let me tiptoe to the immediate response. Lynn Whitfield, what's her name? Lady May. She tiptoes on down to the hospital or the home. I can't remember where Granddaddy is. But she's like, you're going to have to take the fall for this, basically. And it goes into some weird... And me and my mama were looking, and we were just like, no. But it got really weird because he was like, you've always been really sweet to me. And it was like, it had undertones. And I'm like, I don't like this. And then they kiss on the lips, and I'm just shook. Because I'm like, Lynn Whitfield, my voice gave up. That's how my voice was shook. Lynn Whitfield is a good, hefty, probably 55, 56. I'm not sure. I can't pinpoint it. I don't know how old Lady May is supposed to be, but I feel like after you have passed 40 years old, after you pass 20, really, any of these molestations, I mean, they obviously shouldn't happen, but after 20 or so, and after you done moved out and y'all done established that y'all are not going to be in each other's lives, we can't come back to the molestation. We can't do that. That's just not, I didn't care for it. So she let him do whatever, I guess. I'm not sure what all went down. We just saw the kiss, and it was enough for me. I was truly, from the bottom of my heart, disgusted. But anyway, he recanted, I guess, his story or something like that, and I don't know. We scooch over. Gigi's up in the pulpit, and she's trying to get the girls to give. They don't want to give. Then we scooch over to, after service. Gosh. After service, Deacon sister girl with the gray wig and Gigi are talking, and she's like, I can't get the girls to do what I need them to do. And apparently the reason for this is because, what's Debbie Winans' character's name? Is Grace, Faith, Charity. Charity is down there hanging out with the girls, like the kids, like the gays. And apparently the church just they're not feeling it. They're not down for this because for some reason we're pissed that Charity sang at this gay wedding. And I'm just sitting here like, don't the Bible say follow the laws of the land and gay marriage is legal? So we shouldn't even have that big a problem anymore with the gay thing because it's legal to get married. So if they're married, then they aren't fornicating. And I'm just lost. Just a little lost, just confused as to why we are so upset that T.C. Carson and Ricky Dillard are out there, holding hands. They not having gay sex at the church. Don't you want the girls, if your goal is to deliver the gays, don't you want the gays to be at the church so they can be delivered? Like, anyway, so apparently the whole board is like pissed about it, but they didn't tell Gigi. So Gigi is like, they didn't tell me. And Deaconess with the wig is like, well, they would have told Lady May. I'm like, what was the point of that? Anyway, so Kevin, homosexual Kevin, swings by and he's got on this turtleneck and just looking real gay. just okay. But anyway, Charity was talking to some other man that looked real gay to me. Like, he had on this scarf and just, accoutrements and decorations, and his hair was all curly and together. And I'm like, okay, so we got another queen down here at the church. And for some reason, Kevin comes through and he's trying to throw shade at this other queen. And I'm like, why are these two queens fighting over this woman? Like, for real though. He's like, you mind if I have a minute with my wife? Yada, yada, yada. I don't remember what they was talking about because the whole episode was just kind of slow to me. It was slow. Apparently Charity lost one of the twins. I didn't care for that. That was upsetting. What else happened? Mac, he was the one, I guess, that told about Bishop Greenleaf burning down the church or something like that. Gigi followed him out the house and was like, you know, shame on you, basically. He's like, I'm gonna burn this mother down. Like, basically, he's got a vendetta now. He's pissed. What else? Pastor Jacob, Assistant Pastor Jacob, he's over, you know, with Triumph, with Pastor Skanks. They having, you know, a block party, the opening of the new church, Triumph 2. Rashawn Fagan is up there singing Travis Green's "All Things Are Working for My Good," whatever the song is. Is it Invincible? Never failing. Anyway, he's singing that and dancing and twirling around, just looking real Rashawn Fagan like. And then Pastor Skanks gets up and he's like, praise God, amen. Everybody, I got an announcement. Now Bishop Greenleaf is out there, Gigi is out there, Jacob obviously is there, and Jacob's wife. They are all out there. And Pastor Skanks gets up and he's like, well, I've decided that I'm going to make Jacob the pastor of Triumph too. Jacob was shook. Gigi was shook. Bishop was real shook. He was looking at Gigi like, the nerve. And Jacob's wife was back there shook. Everybody was just like, what? And so now Pastor is pissed off at Jacob, but you kicked him out the church. So, I mean, but he was cheating. It's just back and forth with Jacob and Bishop. And then Jacob gets up there, he gets up there and introduces Teeny Tiny Kirk Franklin, and Teeny Tiny Kirk Franklin comes out, and he's doing all this singing, but he's not using the mic, and we can hear him clearly like he was using the mic, and then he grabs the mic, and then he was using the mic, and I'm like, okay, all the performances you do, you know that if you're not using the mic, the girls can't hear you, so you come on TV, and this is just not realistic. Anyway, so that happened. What else? We saw Sophia for a brief moment. We saw Zola for a brief moment. Zola was looking pretty cute with those braids. I was like, okay, work it out. Made me kind of want to get some braids, but then lazy. Or were they twists? Either way, it was cute. So I'm trying to remember. I feel like something else happened. Pastor Greenleaf was shook when Lady May told him that she somehow, we just gonna say somehow because I don't know what happened, got her daddy to like fix whatever about this burning down of the church. I'm trying to figure out, okay, if we gonna get off about burning down the church, how are we gonna get off about him shooting his brother-in-law? Speaking of in-laws, Bishop Greenleaf scoots on down to the bar and picks up Auntie, what is her name, Jesus? Is it Mavis? I feel like it's Mavis, and Max. So picks up Auntie Mavis. And she's just like, I know you want me, but you can't have me. And he's like, you need to stay away from this little boy, this blues playing boy. Like, he ain't no good. And she's like, yeah, you just saying that because you want all of this. And then the boy breaks up with her, I think, because Pat Bishop was like, stay away from her. So she swoops in at the baby shower, at Charity's baby shower, and she's like, nigga, how dare you come down to my function and F it up like this? Like, why would you do this? Like, she came in hot, and he's like, I was just trying to protect you, yada yada yada. May scoops in and she's just like, you need to get out of here. And then Mavis was like, you know what, let me go ahead and spill this tea. You were off taking trips with daddy while our mama was in there whipping my head, and I lived in a shack under the basement, under the ground. Like, she just, all of a sudden, it was like the tea was spilled. And so I'm sitting here like, okay, so gross about the daddy. She was whooping on Mavis. Something happened with Mac. I don't remember. I think she was whooping on Mac too, or one of them was whooping on all these children. And I'm just like, why at the baby shower? And then she was like, oh, well, if I'm ruining the baby shower, you can do what you do best. Ignore me. And I'm like, wow, that was terrible. All of that was just bad. Gigi, always got to be the one to get the scoop, slides down and follows Auntie Mavis, and she's like, you help. It's like, stop. What's the problem? Something like that. And yeah, I didn't do a good job with this review because it wasn't packing punches like I needed to, so I didn't watch the show like I wanted to. But basically, Mavis got into the car and drunk drove wherever she was going, and that's all I remember about Greenleaf. I'm trying to get y'all something better next week, but it it wasn't popping. Like, I thought the premiere was gonna be like, oh, Pastor Skanks came by on a Sunday morning, no less, dropped into Bishop Greenleaf's office, and dropped the truth bomb that his daddy was the guy that got burned up in the church. And I'm like, how did he not know this? Like, you ain't checked up on the man. You done burned down the church. The man died. You ain't check up on his wife. You ain't take him no breakfast sandwiches or something for their bereavement, and saw little skanks down there. Like, so he was shook about that. But that's like the only big, that and the thing with May and her daddy were the only real big things that popped off this episode. So yeah, that was Greenleaf. I may drop through and do Star. Probably not though, because I need to go back into work. But it's a chill day, It's just out here doing my thing. Anyway, bye.